Hey guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to the oldies. Welcome to the newbies. Okay. Wowie. Okay. So, what we've got coming for Rue, and again, these are collective readings. They're not going to resonate with everybody, so take what resonates and leave the rest. And for some, these readings would quite possibly resonate from start to finish, okay? Right, so we've got a feminine ex stalking you, okay? But this could be a feminine ex-friend, okay? It doesn't have to be a partner, but a feminine ex-friend who's part of stalking you. Murderer on the loose, serial killer. Could be linking to a serial killer, alright? Demonic. Very demonic. False gods, fallen angels. And then linking to identity theft. Compulsive liar. With this change, here with the car, I'm getting she's been involved. Her and her lover is what's just come out at the bottom of the deck. Her and her lover. So it could be a female ex who's involved in this, okay? Or one of your feminine ex mates stealing or stalking. But involved in stealing, alright? A lot of stealing, and it ain't just no petty theft, okay? Twocking cars. She thought she was working occupation with official people of a demonic, false, fallen god cult gang. Her and her lover, alright? But she's not hiring. 222. She just thought she was. She thought she was. Yeah. She thought she was getting in with these mobsters and stuff like that, alright? She thought she was getting in with these mobsters, twocking cars, look, trying to end, linking with family, okay, so it could be linking to family, her and her lover, alright? Getting involved in some sort of murder or attempted murder, or there is something linking to family, linking to a feminine ex who's stalking her and her lover, but could be a karmic friend ex, yeah, canoodling, alright? Their occupation, they thought, was to help end a divine masculine or divine feminine out of spite and jealousy, alright? They're not working. Yeah, they've got all these posh cars, dolls, but they've got no jobs, and they've got posh cars, and they've only got them from twocking, alright? They've only got them from twocking, alright? She just don't want to walk around all raggedy and shit like that, right? Because she's on benefits, and obviously, benefits isn't going to fund a fancy lifestyle. Well, for some it does when they get into dodgy dealings and shit like that. You know what I mean? But she's like, benefits aren't bringing enough in. I want to roam round and act like a privileged lady. Yeah, on benefits, darling. I've a privileged on benefits, darling. Yeah, so basically, I'm getting, I think, is it Morrison? Money can't buy you happiness, but it can buy you a fancy car. So could be involved in some sort of like stolen money or racketeering or money laundering, something like that. Alright? Her behaviour is very concerning, alright? She could be like, if you ain't got no money to take your broke ass home, glamorous, ooh, doing glamour spells. We're flying first class. Do you know what I mean? She thinks she's glamorous, darling. She might talk like that, though, because she might think she's real hard or something. She might talk like that because she's always going to have a couple of mil. Bigger. Yeah. So she's flying first class, all expenses paid. All right. All expenses page by a serial killer. Murderer on the loose, alright? So she was oh, Jesus Christ. Getting involved in a demonic cult, group, gang, coven, whatever they want to fucking call themselves nowadays, right? But they're like serial killers, alright? And she wants to get involved in stalking, airing her pals, you know what I mean? Getting money put into the bank account or meeting up, getting some money. If you ain't got no money, take your broke ass home. But she's only got money from doing dodgy things, darling. You know what I mean? Talking cars and robbing people's houses and stuff like that. Oh, yeah. Oh, and the pals. Yeah. And then what? Pop someone off, an official person or whatever, off for money. This could be like an official reader. You know, it could be trying to, again, it is a collective reading. Trying to pop an official reader off out of spite, jealousy, you know, one of these psychic mediums or something like that. Or a psychic or a medium. Alright, getting involved in that. And it's well concerning. Because I was messaging each other. And it's like, oh, it's alright, we've got a couple of pals and that was going to let us get away with it. And we'll just say that, you know, this psychic medium struggling in the mental health. But the thing is, a wealthy man, alright, has been working alongside these undercovers to get these cranks locked up. Yeah, in the community with this old man who was working against a feminine or a masculine. Yeah. And she was flying first class, all expenses paid, twocking cars, thinking she was some sort of mobster. Oh yeah. But she's been getting watched, darling. Oh, acting like nothing's happened. Oh, acting like nothing's happened there. Nothing's happened. Draining your energy. Getting involved in poisoning food and all that. She thought it was a game to be played like toy machine. Could be a whistleblower. Alright, you might like to whistle a tune. She might like to whistle a tune of flying first class, all expenses paid. Yeah, but she's actually struggling with mental health and she's picked up to the max. Alright, she's picked up to the max. She's struggling with her mental health, alright. She want to put other people in despair with the bullying and go, oh, but I'm struggling with my mental health along with the community of people who are also struggling with the mental health and all, darling, because regardless, we all have our mental health challenges, right? But she just needs to stick to her frigging meds, she does. She needs to stick to her meds. So basically, there's a lot of mentally retarded people getting in on gang stalking, if you can believe it, and they do need their medication, alright? They can't go a day without it and they need to stay on it, they really do. They need to stay on them. I mean, it don't seem to be working because I think that by popping one of these tablets and stuff like that is going to cover up the severe crimes and the level of corruption and injustice up and down city or what have you, state, continent, alright? She thinks people should bow down to her and obey her and her barking commands and stuff, but she ain't no fucking commanding officer. Yeah, she needs to check herself, alright? You might already know this person or know of this person. 0909. You might already know this person. She's a very jealous, jealous, envious, malicious cow. And she thought she was real hard by outnumbering somebody, but she's not. Because if you say to her, stop running your mouth about me, get outside my house and get your bloke to fucking bring you in one of these twocked cars, yeah, think you can bully me? And she's like, I can't believe it. So she's one of them where she thinks she can bully people in groups and start sending pals towards her. And pals towards kids if you've got any, yeah? Because she gets real angry. She's like, I'm not having this. How dare you fight for yourself? Claiming what's yours, love is a battlefield. She knows she's fucked up Her and her frigging pals, alright? You could be watching this shit go down and enjoying the gossip. Well, why not? Why not? It's outdated, yeah? Oh, she's struggling with mental health, whatever. You're all on medication and you have been for a very long time. And they need to stick to that, alright? Tired of drama. You could be tired of drama from these low rank cranks because they love drama. Oh, yeah. Oh, they do. Oh, they do. She thought she'd got expenses paid, alright? Jet abroad on stolen money. I know, but it's all expenses paid, innit? I've got to take the job, haven't I? Well, who's going to play Glamorous in car? Alright? Because was flying first class, alright? Left the bugaboo behind. So she needs to check herself, doesn't she? She's not but a straight up copy and paster and all. You can't believe it. Straight up copy and paster. Alright? Can you believe it? Caution on the road though. Yeah, she says she's got depression. She's like, I know, but I've got depression. I'm real depressed. Don't matter how much you give her, yeah? Don't matter how much you give her, yeah? She always wants more, and I get that we all want more in life, because we do, alright? But she's very materialistic. 1133, and I mean extremely materialistic. You've got to constantly be buying her, you know, real expensive gifts all the time and stuff like that. And even if you haven't got a job and you're struggling and all that, they go out twacking cars and robbing people to fund their fetish, their fantasy. So when she goes up to court and that, she's going to be like, I know, but I've got depression. I'm struggling with my mental health. And then they'll be like, well, ain't it you who's been gang stalking and bullying people? Yeah, setting the record straight. Ain't it you who's been gang stalking and bullying people who struggle with depression or something themselves? Yeah, but I thought I was real hard. I thought I was real hard running my mouth, do you know? And I thought I was getting in with this mobster and shit like that. And I thought I was going to be able to get away with it. So you could be an undercover investigator already knowing it. Or this may be an old friend, a karmic ex-friend of yours. Or even one of your exes. Alright. Probably getting in her feels because she knows the police have been watching her. Situation's about to explode. Yeah. This mob's the demonic cult gang or whatever. They're just kicking her to the curb. What's the ass? She's fallen to pieces. She's like, what a bad choice that was. I thought I was going to get away with it. I thought I was. I didn't think everyone was fucking watching. How am I supposed to know people were watching me? Alright. Well, I just thought I'd get in on the manipulation and lies and the control, thinking I can control people. It's alright. I put Lippy on. We'll go out for a drink and all that. Me and our guy. Bonnie and Clyde, I think they are. Off the tits on drugs all the time. Off the tits on drugs all the time. And they always need the prescription drugs, right? And if you are on these prescription drugs, whatever, you know, and they're helping you, great, good. So, good that they help and stuff. But with someone like her, she has to get in trash talking people all the time because she's very insecure about herself, you see. Very insecure about herself. Has to pop on off, yeah. Do drugs, snort, drink, glug. Think she's a party animal. Stalking and spying. She's always been the same. She's always peeking at people, isn't she? Let me have a peek. Peeking constantly. She could have tried to call herself a different name, do you know, when she went on holiday, all expenses paid. But the thing is, footmark. Alright. Copy of ID to get loads of others' names, could be linking to something like that. Wants to take someone's business down because they're jealous of somebody, right? And like this person's business, you know, what they're building up is like done good for good, and it's not through armed robbery, or it's not from, you know, doing bad things, but she gets on off and tries to do some black magic, yeah. Any of these corrupt law enforcements who's been trying to turn a blind eye because they've got that much evidence, and if they try and turn a blind eye and cover up the corruption, they're getting fired on the spot. We've got a crime scene. She'll probably have a frigging heart attack when she finds out how long she's going to get in prison for, like, attempted murder and quite possibly, obviously, linking to murderers on the loose and stuff. You know? Paranoid about getting caught. Thought we were okay aware with it. You said they were going to overlook this evidence. You told me you were going to help me. Now she's playing dumb like she never did anything of the sort, alright. But it's all been getting caught on camera. She thought she was getting illegal protection, you see. Illegal protection is coming to an end. She thought she was getting this illegal protection, but... No, darling. 1616, the devil's a liar. Did you not know that? Oh, no. Yeah. Thought they could get away with robbing people blind. Oh, well, friends again. It could be an old friend. Buddies, mate. Buddies. Best buddies. Yeah. So basically, they thought they could, but they've been leaving that digital footprint that if they message or call anyone, it picks up from cell towers, and even if they go abroad, it'll get picked up on cell towers off abroad. You know what I mean? They've been getting followed by undercovers who's getting all this on camera. Alright. Could be linked into drugs trafficking. Very toxic lifestyle. Very toxic. They could even be trying to burn the phones or something. You know what I mean? Smash the phones up and get rid of evidence. But, yeah, because they just wanted to fulfill a fantasy of thinking there was some sort of mobster, but they're not. Promise me you're not going to tell, pals. Don't grasp me up. And just to tell you to come to court like that. Alright. Yeah. You need to grow up. Stay away with your surroundings, you know what I mean? Because these karmic ex-friends and that, well, they're friggin' stupid, aren't they? Aren't they though? And again, this ain't no petty crime. It's not petty, is it? So linking to other crimes. Linky. Linking to other crimes now. Bet she popped on off and did some spell work because Glamour spell came out. So she's like, I know you tried to tell me not to pop on off and do some black magic and stuff like that, but I thought I would realise I'd have popped it off, I'd have did some black magic, didn't I? You are protected. What they have planned for you, they're not like 1818. I didn't know you were overly protected. Death magic. Somebody's out to take something that is yours. This could be love, money, energy, etc. So trying to take what people love, you know, could be child's children, you know what I mean? Trying to get the child or children touched or what have you, thinking she's something. But her and her pals are getting locked up for hundreds and hundreds of years. Then she's gone on off and done some competition magic. Because maybe you abandoned them, you walked away from them and you don't want no fucking part in all this shit. So you're one of them where you barely keep in touch with these cranks. Because you know they're all going to go down. Love spells. Can I do a love spell, please? How much for a love spell with this fucking benefit money? I know, but if I can't pay out my benefits, right, I'll come back when I've twapped a car. Nancy. If I can't pay out my benefits, alright, I'm going to have to twat a car to get this spell casting done, and I will do out to get to top of where? Top of prison, because that's where you're going, darling. Feel like they should compete against who? They're competing against them bloody self, the stupid cow. Your biggest competition is what's staring back at you in the mirror. But these cranks, they want to get on candle magic. Someone has been doing candle magic work on you. As the flame burns, their energy increases. Alright? And it did. Demonic there. False gods, fallen angels, demon magic. Someone has been conjuring demons to block your blessings and bring harm your way. Maybe she was jealous of the person being heavily protected. And you get more attention, is it? Because you're in the public eye. See, this is somebody who doesn't like to see one of her old pals do well in life, you see. She's jealous. You know, like a lot of my old pals are known her friends of mine, you know, because I've wrote music and that, and all my music's got millions and millions of views. And all she does, but yeah, I won't go down there. Jealousy. Jealous. She's like, I can't believe it. She's going to be more successful than me. I've got to get her all this shit. I come against it. And that's what it is. Coming against people by bowing down to the devil and demons and trying to conjure them up, yeah? But the very devils and demons who they conjured up is going to eat them fucking alive. And they're going to ravish them. And I mean that. I mean that. Now they're all demonically possessed and they need an exorcism, so they're going to be locked in prison needing an exorcism. But I wouldn't even bother going in there and trying to perform an exorcism. Nah. I wouldn't. But, you know, one of these popes or priests or what have you, they can, if that's what they want to do, then that's what they can do, innit? It's up to them. But I wouldn't even bother wasting your energy. Not if someone keeps conjuring this shit up. Do you know what I mean? And if they keep conjuring it up, yeah, and they don't even turn to Jesus or anything like that and repent or anything, then what's the point? If these people don't want to repent, yeah, and turn to Jesus, then leave the devils and demons just to ravish them. How about that? Danger. All they want to do is cause upheaval and conflicts. Yeah, and then twacking cars to go on an adventure with and tried to end somebody, but they went on a rebirth. Yeah, darling. Tried to end someone, did they? Tried to end someone. Tried to end somebody, did they? Because these are the type of people that, if they can't fight you in a ring or out like that one-on-one, even if they did bring a couple of pals and you know you'd be able to defend yourself against them, they're the type of people, if you've got a child or children, they'll try and attack the children, alright, but all the messages and everything, they've been getting logged by the police. The good police who are shutting this sick shit down. Because they know that she's jealous and it's a jealous coven, what they want to link themselves to, a jealous gang. And they're popping off and do spell work and I just want to look real sexy today. Well, why don't you just make yourself look sexy, darling, instead of doing some sex magic or something. But they do, popping off. Sex, magic, yeah. And then when they try and go back to find that person to get another spell cast, they're like, where they gone? No, mystery. Where they gone? Well, they used to do hoodoo and stuff like that. But karma's a bitch, darling. And, well, they're getting shut down. No way. Oh, but I saw I came here before. I was trying to do spell casting. They need help and healing is what they need. They need help with healing. They need Jesus. But the thing is, these people think they're above Jesus and they're not. 2424, they're not above Jesus and they think that bowing down to the devil, yeah, or demons, or doing this demonic stuff is going to save them when it's not. Because like I say, the very devils and demons who they bow down to or try to bow down to, and demons, they're ravishing them and they're going to eat them alive. They're going to eat them alive. Wisdom, you see. wisdom, empathy. They could be doing this to an empath, and it's like, it's alright, she'll forgive us in the end. Will the Most High forgive you though, darling? Honestly, yeah. They've just got to ask themselves that. Look, we've got a Jesus cross there. Will Jesus forgive them? Will he? Partnership. They just wanted a partner in crime, didn't they? Bonnie and Clyde type of story, and join into like a club where they all think they're elite, but well, there's millions and millions, and to be honest, when they all keep trying to join this thing, they're hardly elite when there's millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of them doing sick shit. Do you know what I mean? Evaluation. So they need to go and reevaluate themselves, alright? And their life and what the fuck they're doing. Because with this discretion, they thought they was real discreet with the creeping and the crawling around and the little sneak attacks causing more evil and stuff like that. Misfortune. Because whatever they had, they're going to lose it all in prison. And then obviously, if the pals get locked up and stuff, because they've been joining in with that, well, how are they going to get on the blower and ask anyone for help and stuff like that? Because I'm getting, there's not going to be many people who are going to help them. So they'll probably start recruiting people in the prison going, no, we're well jealous of her. I'm well jealous of him. And we'll just have jealous crew and all that. And then it's a toxic fixation. Somebody's attracted to your light and seeking to dim it. Healing energy work, the work you have done in yourself has worked, the negative energy is dissipating. So it's disappearing. It's disappearing. Because they're all toxic. Could have tried to get involved in doing a family curse, yeah, but then they had to pop on off and get that reversed because, well, who the fuck do they think they are? Who do they think they are? What? They think by doing a family curse and trying to murder someone they can get away with it, yeah? Trying to take someone else's financial stability, independent business, and chat shit. We've done this, tried to do this to a high priestess, 2727. But again, this is a collective reading, but I was picking up a high priestess, yeah? So they've done this to a high priestess, but I thought we were going in the Illuminati and I thought we was going to get protection or that, darling. What do you mean? We can't all be in the Illuminati. No, darling, not everyone on the planet can be in the Illuminati, can they, darling? But I think that's what they wanted. They wanted to try and be a part of this, like, some sort of secret society, like Illuminati or something like that, but not even Illuminati likes them. Yeah, because they're living in an upside down world, this feminine is. She's living in an upside down world. She's just been getting watched, hasn't she? Look, we've got a queen of mallets. Yeah, and she's just there, throwing mallets at people. So what I'll do with this empress, darling, is I'll get her up there and I'll throw a mallet back at them. So you could be trying to defend and protect yourself. You could be an empress, okay? Could be seen as an empress. And, well, BJ could be significant. There's BJ there. Alright. They're jealous of someone else's gifts. So the Three of Cups, them and the pals thought they were real hard. They've got Strength card in reverse, but they're nothing but incredibly weak. Nine of Cups, nothing but a nightmare. Honestly, it's going to be an out but a nightmare being locked up in prison for what they've done. Because wherever they've gone, police or undercovers have been following, okay, recording it, alright? Could come out in a documentary on how she thought she were real glamorous. Flying first class, all expenses paid, darling. Because her and her pals, they're getting hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years between them. And she didn't know. She might talk like that. She's going to be furious when she gets locked up. Waterworks is coming out. The lot, alright. So I know we were being toxic and that, but I thought I could get away with it. I got depression. Don't we all get depressed from time to time? Do you know what I mean? We all have our mental health battles, right? But do we all go joining cults, gangs, covens and think there's some sort of fucking secret society or something. They're not. They thought there was, but they're not. So basically, they're deluded as well to think that there was part of this secret society. Maybe they was getting played. They thought there was the player, but they was actually getting played. And maybe the videos are going to be getting played on a documentary, maybe on YouTube. Coming soon. Watch out for this documentary, mate. Watch out for it. They can't do this stuff, yeah. They can't do this stuff and think they can get away with it because they want to bow down to a devil or a fallen angel or something like that. Because like I say, yeah, with the gifts, what I have, there's actually like angels, or like a load of archangels, angels on here, and then there's actually Samael, so he's actually protected by the devil, which doesn't make sense, right? But she thought she were hard anyways. She tried to come up against the fucking machine, darling, but bridge. She could have bent bridges. And if there is a psychic on here, like you could have warned your friend, look, don't get involved, you know what I mean? Like I do warnings for people. Look, I won't go out and do this because I can see this coming, do you know what I mean? And this is the outcome of the situation. Like, I don't want to listen to you, alright, or what you say. I will say stuck on mental health, darling, like everyone else. So you, sweetheart. So basically, her and her pals, even these big and bareleys, they're going down. Do you know what I mean? They're going down. Could be a light worker. They could have been working to try and take someone else's great fortune, or they thought they was, or they could have been part of that, alright? Community of people, and I'm thinking, what do you mean a full community of people involved in that sick shit? Of course I'm going to take them down and take everything off them, darling. Of course I am. Because they didn't even have a job there in the lovers, did they? So he's taking them down, this is a good official. And they go, but, well, I got to see Dr.